Hello everybody, welcome back, youtube.com/Geek Aloud for another Let's Install. Today, Days Gone Remastered came out on the 25th of 4th, so just a few days ago. Obviously it's the PS5 Pro enhanced version as we are going onto a PlayStation 5 Pro. As I said, it was recently released, as was Indiana Jones, Expedition 33, Oblivion, The Last of Us. All those games have installs available on the channel already. So check any of those out on the channel if you so wish. But this one is, of course, the most excellent Days Gone Remastered. And I can tell you it is 44.96 gigabytes to download. Once it installs, it'll be slightly bigger. So while the download happens, there'll be gameplay on screen for you to check it out. And then once the install is complete, we'll dive on into the settings menu. I'll make any recommendations for changes. And then I'll give you the current version number and the full and complete install size, as it will be larger than the download size that you're seeing on screen at the minute. For our full hands-on in-depth impressions of the title, please come back Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. right here on Geek Aloud for the Gaming Enforcement Agency. It's our live stream weekly video games podcast here on the channel. As I said, it's a live stream, so feel free to jump by when we're live, make any comments. Bully will read them out on air, and we'll get to your point immediately on the show. It's a great time. I encourage you to come back Thursday nights, 8:30 for the Gaming Enforcement Agency. But for now, let's check out the gameplay of Days Gone Remastered right at youtube.com/Geek Aloud.
Lost him.
He can't be far.
Wait, hold on. Cut your engine.
Shit, she's alive. Alvarez, hey. Alvarez, what happened here? I mean, who did this? Was it Rippers?
Leon did this.
Fucking Leon.
Come on.
Shit!
He's got ammo!
No shit, he can't have much!
You like that? Yeah? Son of a bitch!
You hit him.
Yeah. Whoa, hold up! He laid his bike down. Cover me, right behind you.
went that way. Come on. Where the hell's he going? There isn't shit out of here but a bunch of freaks.
Well, maybe I was wrong about him having to deal with Copeland.
No, Leon's been fencing shit to Copeland for a long time. Finally caught up with him.
Hey, wait. Hold up.
Shit. All right, let me see. Wait. Here. Down this way. Tracks are fresh. So where the hell did you learn to track shit anyway?
Used to go elk hunting with my old man when I was a kid. Ended up tracking shit for miles.
Holy shit! Get down! Fuck. Come on.
You okay, brother?
Yeah. Just a graze. Son of a bitch can't aim worth a damn.
Son of a bitch.
I'm fine, Boozer. He must be heading down there, toward the falls.
He's losing a lot of blood. He's not getting far. Come on.
Search him. Bleeding out. Well, that's a hell of a way to go. It's slow. A lot of pain, but I suppose you know all about that.
She was
right
still
now?
breathing when we found her, you piece of shit.
I wasn't gonna waste a bullet not on her.
Hold on for a second now. Where's the stash, Leon? If you tell us, well, unlike you, I can promise you we'll make it quick. Don't look like you'd be suffering for too long. Leon, you got a little problem here. See, they can smell your blood.
Installed right here, youtube.com/Geek Aloud. Days Gone Remastered. Let's boot it on up now and find that settings menu, shall we? Okay, here we are at the main menu for the Days Gone Remastered, recently released PS5 version. Let's dive on into the options. First up, accessibilities. Global vibration, I assume one is true, so yes, let's leave that on. Swipe controls on, thank you. Track assist, no thanks. Game speed, 100%, yes please. Autocomplete QuickTime events, no thank you. Recenter camera on attack is off, that's fine. If you suffer motion sickness, you may want to turn that on, it may help. Worth playing with. Repeated button presses, tap is fine. Repeated button size, small. Yep, that's fine. Display, field of view, one of my favorites. Let's take it for a walk, shall we? All the way to the right, which is 100 degrees field of view. For me, some people don't like it at all, but I love it. More situational awareness. Persistent center dot. Once again, this one isn't for me, but if you suffer motion sickness, go ahead and turn it on. It should help reduce that. UI color mode. I'll leave it as standard, but if you suffer from color blindness, tweaking that may be to your benefit. High contrast is not for me. I'll leave it off. HUD, same there. There's more high color, but none of it's for me. If it's for you, it is in that menu right there. Subtitle text. How about off? Thank you very much. Color, name, all of this now irrelevant because I turn it off. I just find it way too distracting. Audio narration. Absolutely not. No, thank you. That's off. Collectible audio, cues. I'll leave it off, but sometimes in some games it is actually really helpful to find the hidden items around the world. Audio. Now, I've killed the audio, the music, because this video is going up on YouTube, but if you're not streaming it anywhere, I recommend leaving music up at full. Sound effects volume at full, dialogue volume, at full. Stereo speakers, I'm actually using a soundbar and they support it. So I'll go to soundbar, set it up for your environment, definitely. Dynamic range, small speakers. Does it have... I'll go with full range. The soundbar should be able to handle it. Collectible audio cues, once again it got me. I'll leave it off. Controller speakers. Should the controller speaker be enabled? Absolutely it should be. Thank you very much. Controller view controls. They've got the perfect button map. They've nailed it. Exactly what I like to see. Oh, and obviously the different ones there for on bike and survival wheel. Good work. Customized control. It's not for me, but if you want to jump in and switch the button assignments, both on foot and on bike, it's available there. I think the default's perfect though, so I'm not going to touch it. Camera sensitivity, also fine. Aim sensitivity is also fine. Motion sensor function aiming, not for me. If you like gyroscope aiming though, you can enable it. An inverting of sticks. It's not for me, but if you invert your sticks, that's where you want to turn it on. On bike camera sensitivity, once again, the default value I have found just fine. And I don't wish to invert my sticks on bike, but if you do, it's there. Backup camera. Should the camera automatically adjust when backing up? I'll leave it off, but good to know. I assume it'll whip around 180 degrees so you can see where you're going backwards, but I think off will be fine. Vibration, yeah, everywhere. Thank you very much. Adaptive trigger, strength. I'll leave it on full everywhere. Touchpad, swipe length, medium. Yeah, that's been fine. Dead zone, I wouldn't change that either, but you can if you wish. Display, brightness. Now, I'm not going to go through my setup here because I've got studio lights on. Definitely time to set it up. For your environment, gameplay, difficulty, normal. Yes, thank you. Aim snapping is on. Stick sensitivity, yep, the defaults are fine there. Dead zone sensitivity, default dead zone has been fine. Bike steering sensitivity, once again, I'll leave it at the default value. Bike camera tracking is on. Camera follow tracking on. Previous zoom scope on. Previous aim side on. Yes, thank you. What I'd love to be able to do, though, is just turn it off so I can't switch it. I hate it when the camera switches over, but I'll leave it alone. I might be able to go into the button configuration and disable it. We'll see. XP indicators, for me, I like a bit of XP on screen. So yes, I'll turn those on. Graphics, render mode, enhanced, because it's a PlayStation 5 Pro. Perfect. Yeah, 4K upscaled via PSSR. Perfect. And 60 frames a second. Depth of field, I will turn off, as with motion blur. I don't like the look of either of those. Language, dialogue in English, thank you. UI narration off. Text, English. Subtitle text, even though I've got it disabled. Yes, and subtitle text right there is off. And all the other options for subtitles are there, but I don't use them. That is it for the settings within Days Gone Remastered. You could import your PS4 save data if you wish. Not for me, though. I've finished the game and I want to go through and get the platinum again natively. That is it for the main menu of Days Gone. Let's bounce back to the PS5 Pro's dashboard now and pull up the particulars, shall we? Where are we? Information, thank you. Okay, I can tell you, what are we? 4 days post-release. Days Gone Remastered is currently version 1.025.440, and that is a full and complete install size of 45.39 gigabytes. Thank you very much for watching another Let's Install right here on Geek Aloud. Please come back Thursday night for the Gaming Enforcement Agency, our weekly video games podcast live stream, where we will give you our hands-on and in-depth impressions of the title and the other games we've been playing during the week, as well as the video gaming news of the week. What else could you do with Geek Aloud? Like it, subscribe it, you'll never miss it. Oh, that was luck. Hey, that's not it.